Guys, here we go then. So this is Ralph from G.S.I. We're just doing a bit of exploring and that. I've also got son here, Isaac.
Hello.
So we just come here. We're on holiday at the moment, but as ever, I just can't keep away from doing this stuff. So we decided to do some exploring. We're actually in a church that's sunken into the sand. And to keep this place going, one of the vicars, from what I read, had to come in through the roof because it was completely underground, just to keep it a sacred place. So we've got inside, it is still open, so we're just going to have a quick look around before they close up and that. So we're just going to show you around and everything. So without further ado, you have to bear with us because the light is not brilliant on this. So yeah, right. So just looking around. It is an amazing place. Over here, this is where the bell tower is, and you can see the ropes and everything hopefully on the side there. So here we go, look, there's a rope for pulling, and it just goes through there. I mean, I don't know how, but it goes through that hatch. You probably can't see a lot from there, but that actually just goes up to a point on the church. And look how thick the walls are. They must be like 3 foot thick. It is completely insane. Like I say, bear with us with the light. Literally, we're on skeleton equipment. This wasn't planned really as to be able to get in. I was just going to do the outside bit, but we thought we'd make the most of this. Look at the altar and everything. It's something else. It's just a beautiful little church. You might hear some voices. There are people outside. Still light outside. Just got the torch on in here because it didn't show up and that. Lots of memories to different people. I'm not going to zoom in or anything like that. I think that's just going to be a bit disrespectful. But there are memories to different people as well in here. Sort of like showing their dedication to this place, I suppose, really. And their love. But yeah, I mean, it is just one hell of a place. Not going to do any calling out here. So what's the date on this one? Okay then, so we can have a look at this one, I suppose. So let's have a look there. Oh, get this right. There we go. Look. So, a second memory of Ernest Edward, 1872 to 1934. And then over here as well, which we started out at, this is actually a list of the vicars from 1255. What a list, is all I can say. What a list indeed. But yeah, absolutely amazing. So we're going to go outside now anyway and see what's happening out there. It is a bit windy outside. Hopefully we can find something a little bit sheltered and we might be able to do some calling out near in the graveyard a bit and just go from there really. So bear with us, just thought we'd bring a little bit of something. We were saying sunken church. We are outside now. We're having a wander around. So we're just going to walk around the perimeter of the church. You can see, look at the bank going up to nearly the roof here. I mean, look at it. It is something out of this world, really. Some proper old graves and that. So graveyard from 1520. I mean, look at this, some of the graves are literally just hanging on for dear life. They just look like slabs of slate. I think now they're over the top of the church. Hopefully I can get this shot purely because the sun is behind the tower. But yeah, it's I wish the camera was good enough to show you the view. I'll see if I can show you the view that we can see from here. You can see that there's some kite surfing you'll see going off, but mainly that's the headland over there. And actually that is the estuary. It's got a story in its own. The sandbars across the estuary is put there as part of a curse, allegedly. And then the towers actually just round the corner from here. The towers were put on there to warn the ships and that, because obviously they didn't have the joys of sat navs and satellite navigation and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, but this church is, I mean, we're in the middle of a golf course as well. Thankfully we've not found any golf course, so we know everyone that's resting in peace here is perfectly safe from golfers. But yeah, this is, obviously this one's got some chain around it, so this has got some significance. So I'm just going to have a look here, see what they're saying really. Can't tell from here.
I can't tell, I'm right up close to it. It's the 1870
Okay then, so some of there is, and the name does pass my memory for now, but there is some sort of like significance to a person that did a lot of writing, buried here as well. He did all of the sort of stuff, and it is unfortunately a name that I should know. But like I say, this is all on spec really. As in, I didn't do loads of research because I was just planning to have a wander around just to give you guys something, and just say that, you know, G.S.I. we're dedicated. Even when we're on holiday, we're doing something. But yeah, so here we go. It's amazing. If I just bring you underneath this spire just ever so slightly, I don't know whether this camera picks it up, but you just see it tilts ever so slightly to the right there, you know, and it's just it's almost like it's been bent in the wind from the ocean going across. But just to think, and you're looking at that church though, that this was once completely under the sand is significant. But yeah, let's keep on having a quick wander around anyway. There's a couple of graves that's really, unfortunately, you know, overgrown, but at the same time, they've got to have some significance because they're all contained. And there's just some. I mean, I'm just going to show you one of them. I mean, look at the artwork on that. I don't know whether you can see it because of the light or anything. Let me see if I can come from this side. I'm just going to get this up close if you can't. I'm sorry if you can't get it, but there's something that looks like a belt and it's like an arm. It's a belt and a scabbard for a sword that's on there, and it's actually engraved into the gravestone. It's part of it. Really nicely done, even at this age. Just all put in. Can't see names, and to be fair, if they're not of any significance, I'm not really going to say too much either at this stage. But yeah, just unbelievable. There are some newer gravestones around here, so we're just going to be careful. Don't want to be getting those in. Obviously, there's some that is referenced from the war, I reckon.
Yeah, there's been quite a few that have said died in action.
Yeah. I'm just looking at a couple now, and it's got the. So I'm not going to. This just gonna cover the name up, but this is so you can see the Cornwall crest and everything, and then down here just saying that, you know, gave his life for his country. So yeah, absolutely beautiful to see that. But yeah, so there we go. Yeah, and he died in 1916 at the age of 34. So yeah, I think it was nice to Nice to see the people. There's a couple of those here as well, you know, pretty much saying the same thing. So it's really nice to see that. But yeah, I think it will be nice just to sit down in a minute and just see if we can do a bit of calling out and see what we get. The only thing I have got is the necrophonic app for those of you who have seen it, used it, followed us, followed other groups, in all fairness. You'll be very familiar with it, whether you agree with it or not. So just going to put the phone onto airplane mode and then let's see what happens. So over there, the archway, that's the way in, actually.
I think we're getting in first.
Just there. Just trying to get this to power on. There we go. We have power. Right, I think what we'll do is let's go over this side where we might have a bit of protection from the wind. So there's no promises or anything here. So let's have a blast. There we go then. So if there are any spirits here with us, can you say hello? We've come over to pay our respects. I think that you said hello then. Can you give us a name? Can you give us your name? Can you repeat? I think you tried to give us a name. Can you repeat that, please? Hello? How did you pass? Did you pass in the wall? Are you laid to rest here? Are you laid to rest here? No. Are you just on this land? Are you buried here? Were you one of the priests that were here?
Was that a yes?
I think that was a yes.
Yeah, I think it was.
Can,
I hit him.
can you give us your name then if you was a priest? I'm not sure what you said then. Can you give us a year? Yeah, when you was here. So guys, just trying to ask some questions. That is difficult to pick up. I think we're getting some responses, but we'll see. By this time here, we've been looking at the review, see what we've got up anyway. So we're going to carry on a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens. Is there somewhere in these grounds you want us to go? You just want us to leave? Do you want us to stay? Whereabouts you want us to go?
No, that's a no.
That was a no. Okay then. What about if we move around to another side of the church? Are you going to walk with us? We don't mind if you want to walk with us whilst we're in these grounds, but you're not allowed to come from these grounds. Was that a John?
Yes. No.
If that was a John, can you tell us your surname as well, your last name?
Harris.
Did you used to do a lot of writing? Yeah. Are you famous around here? Okay, nothing then. We're just going to move around at the top of the church a little bit. Just let us know if we're getting close to where you want us to be. We're near the church. We'll stand around here. We're in the middle of a few graves here. Are you here with us now? No. Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you? Are you in the church? Okay. Are you in one of these gravestones here? Are you buried here? Not sure. Okay. You sure? Okay then. Alright then, we're going to end the session there anyway. Okay then, thank you for communicating. It was difficult to pick some stuff up, hopefully we got some though. Okay then, goodbye.
That's cool.
Here we go guys, yeah, so onwards to the next one. We're going to see if we can get some short snippets in just to give you an idea where we are. That is the view, literally. The tide is going out at the moment, so if, there's Isaac just going up there, so just the headland to the side there. Isaac, just point up to that headland, the point over there, just come across a bit more. So you got, I don't know whether you can make it out, just where he's pointing that way. If any of you can remember the Three Musketeers with Charlie Sheen and that in it, just round the corner from there, that's where they filmed the bit where the woman jumped off the cliff in black. So there you go. Anyway guys, look, the reason that we're here, as I say, we're doing a bit of an explore, and like I say, we're in an area where the mouth of the estuary hits the sea basically. Forgive me for not looking at you all the time, but I don't fancy falling over flat on my face on these rocks. They're a bit pointy. Anyway, so as you can see, down there is the actual estuary, and it comes all the way along, and as we get further along there, and then there you go, out there, that is a beautiful sea. Those are your that's good Puffin Island out there, by the way. But anyway, so it goes out there. Now around this point it is difficult to see because the tide is in. There's like a massive sandbank called the sandbar or the dune bar, and it goes across the estuary. Now allegedly it was actually put there for because the mermaid put a curse on the area and some ships crashed up, stuff like that. Don't know how true it is. Again, I'm just going off small snippets of what I've read, but I do recall seeing something. Oh, I've been coming here for 40 years, and I remember seeing a wreckage of some sort here. So without further ado, we are going to show you now whether it is to do with the curse or whether it's just literally part of a shipwreck because of the bad weather, because my word, this place can bring up some really bad weather and some big seas, some really big seas. So guys, this is what we've come to see, this is what we've come to look at, and we'll start with the first bit, which is going to be over here. Welcome, this is part of a boat or a ship up on the rocks. Yeah, now was this a victim of the sandbar, of the dune bar? Was it a victim of the tide and the swell and the waves, stormy seas? How old is it? I don't know. I'm no expert. All I can tell you is it is metal. So we're not talking galleon times or anything like that. Looking at the slate around it, I would turn around and say some of this is moved at some point. And then over here we've got another section as well. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is what we've got. And I do seem to recall, we can't go down because of the tide, unfortunately, is that's where I used to see some of it. Locations, you find the scariest places and we will go to them. So Isaac won't, he's too young. So this is just exploring there. But yeah, so look, further ado, here we go. Be safe guys, and we're going on to the next one anyway. Catch you later. Guys, bonus material, we just decided to do an eco app, so here we go. So an ecophonic app, so we're just running this next to the wreckage just to see what we get. Again, can I ask if there are any spirits here? Can you give us a name? Who's the deep voice? Who's that? Not heard you before. Okay, that was interesting. Oh no. Am I speaking to a sailor on the ship? Yes. Can I ask a really silly question? Are there mermaids in this area? I'll take the silence as a no. Is there a curse in this area? Yes, curse. Was this ship a victim of that curse? Did this ship just crash in a storm? No. Was this what they call a ghost ship? Was it empty? Can you give us a name? Can you tell us the name of the location we're in? Can you tell us? If you just said it, can you be a bit clearer, please? UK Okay, if you gave us that, I'll have to have a look on the review. Okay then. So, what year do you think it is? You're not sure. You said was it 18,000? Yeah. Okay, you will have to be really clear because I've got the wind and the surf behind me. Are you asking for help? No. Whereabouts are you then? Whereabouts are you? Doom? What, are you on the sandbar? In the water? Are you trapped in the water? Your spirit's trapped in the water? Okay, it's difficult. It's difficult to hear what you're saying. Okay. Do you have a message? No message. Okay then. Do you want us to leave you now then? If you can still hear me and you can see the light, can you move towards it? Just when, okay. Well, we're going to go then in a minute. Okay, you heard that, yeah? Whatever you've done, I'm sure you've served your purpose and you just need to move on. Men? Or is it men that hurt women? Or is it men that you want?
Peter twice.
Is there a Peter? Okay. Again, I'm going to ask a silly question again. Are you linked to the curse or to do with the mermaids? Okay, right, we're going to move on anyway. Thank you for your time. Can you say goodbye? Okay, we're going to say goodbye now anyway. Goodbye.
Okay, that was interesting. I heard Peter twice.
There we go then. So Isaac thinks he heard Peter twice, so we'll see on the review when we get that. We wasn't going to do that originally, but
My great idea.
So Isaac made a special request. So there we go. Right then. Guys, thanks for this again. So we're going to crack on to the next location, and then I think we might call it at that, so I can go back and get something to eat. But in the meantime, we're going to start heading back before it gets too dark, because we've got to scramble across the rocks and the cliff. And the sun,
Yeah, sun's going down now.
sun is on its way down, so it's just behind, just going down there. So that's it. So yeah, here we go, guys. Till next time, take it easy.